we can build big picture minds and start to get space and bring light into our world as we make sense of it, as we understand it. It is not so complicated that it won't give itself over to rational processes. We can actually understand it, not totally, but using a holographic mind, by using the kind of cognitive tools we have, and immersed in a community of people who can discuss it and wayfind together, we can generate the space and the freedom to be amidst the complexity without it overwhelming us. We can build minds that are at home in the universe and help us make sense of the complexity of the transformation age. But we don't have to stop there. We can also commit to what I have called cosmic integrity, which is this deep ethic of integrative love, service, compassion, and which, wherever it goes, whatever room it walks into, it's there to serve wholeness at its highest order. It's there to liberate the partialities. It's there to expose the demi-realities, the blind spots, wherever you go. And to be immersed in a community where you can both learn how to do this, but also shares the ethic of doing this. And through its very actions, through its very being in the world, that community prefigures the future that the present demands. And that's our job. Our job as a community is to prefigure the future. And we can keep going. Because every behavior you do, every action and every decision you make will either reproduce the cultural and social system around you, or it will transform it. Every single one, every single interaction, every single moment, we get to birth the world anew. And so we can literally engage in transformative behavior that no one can stop. No one can take away the agency. And this is a power and a freedom that needs to be communicated. That we have a choice in the world that gets born right now. And finally, if we're going to be entering a world of material abundance, at least that's capable of radical material abundance, and we want a world of moral equality, participative diversity, and a world that can make room for everyone, then after our base needs are met, it calls us to think about and work towards a sustainable commons. That the work in the lower right ultimately is going to have to be about a commons that is sustainable. Not necessarily communist, not necessarily socialist, that transcends the narrow categories we tend to think about from the point of view of political economy, but that recognizes that we actually have the power to have a commons that works in a world of where increasingly value is going to be distributed across the digital world, across many different areas, and that we can commit to doing that. And if we do all of those things, as we can see, the picture is getting lighter and lighter and lighter. We operate in 4 quadrants. It gets lighter and lighter. The freedom is coming up. The agency is coming up. The fullness, the consciousness, the way in which we are connected and we're supporting each other. And ultimately, what happens is that you become the transformative force that overcomes the meta crisis. Today, Not tomorrow, now. Now. Background radiation gets filled and overcome.